something for you to check out on Prime that debuts today. It's called Ballard, all 10 episodes, bringing the Michael Connelly best-selling novels to life. This one follows Detective Renee Ballard, played by Maggie Q. I know you've seen her. She leads the LAPD's new and unfunded cold case division. A lot of cold case stuff on TV right now, but this one looks really good. Let's check out the trailer.
You know, most cops will take the day off after the night you had.
You're still getting to know me.
Kind of funny, really, that you're working in cold cases. You've got a few to deal with yourself.
You're reaching.
Am I?
Last time I came from one of the Brotherhood, it didn't go so well.
What better way to keep the troublesome woman quiet than to silo her in the ass end of the LAPD?
The cold case unit are reserves and volunteers. We work in the basement of this building, and yet we're still getting results.
Past is always present, but if no one cares enough to dig, then it just stays buried.
So this is a Bosch spinoff.
Yeah, it's all about that whole series, all the Michael Connelly books. It looks really good. A lot of cold case stuff. Remember that whole Netflix series I told you about? Department Q was about a cold case. Also, Barnes, don't even try to call me this weekend because you know what is launching on the 11th on Friday?
What?
Dexter Resurrection.
Oh, I thought it was already on.
No. Premiering on Paramount Plus. What a cast. Uma Thurman is joining. She talks a little bit about being on this series and also about her character.
Charlie is ex-military, very tough and stoic. She gives very little away. Psycho. It's kind of the fun thing about her role. She's not sort of what she appears to be. But on the surface, she's hardcore.
What a cast. Also, outside of Uma Thurman, Peter Dinklage is joining. We talked about that. Neil Patrick Harris. Dexter Resurrection this weekend on P+. Have you been watching Stick at all with Owen Wilson?
No, I'm not going to lie. I'm so backed up. Too much travel.
It's like the palate cleanser when I'm watching a lot of the, these thrillers and all these things that are sort of like dramatic or horrifying. This is like a palate cleanser. But the guy that's on there with Owen Wilson, his buddy, is Mark Maron. And I don't know if you know this or not, but he had like such a long-running podcast. Do you remember What the F with Mark Maron? It was on for 16 years.
Yeah, I was going to say he was one of the original pioneers.
Yeah, he was. He was recently on with Fallon talking about the time Barack Obama was on his podcast.
You were there when it first began. I mean, you started out of your garage.
Yeah, it's funny when I started, because a lot of people in our business, no one knew what a podcast was, right?
No.
So when I told people, we're going to start a podcast, I'm just going to record it in my garage, people were like, oh, it's sad about Maron. I don't know, he's just doing something in his garage now, but at least he's busy,
Yeah. But look, you had a sitting president in your garage.
This was when he was still president.
Yeah, Is that stressful? Stressful having Obama?
Is it stressful to have a sitting president come to your house? It was a big deal.
With the Secret Service and everything?
Oh, my, it was nuts, man. And I've said this a million times, but it was funny because I had this neighbor who was retired, and I had to ask him, I'm like, is it okay if we put snipers on your roof? I was nervous, but he was very disarming and immediately, very connected.
That's crazy. A sitting president comes to an interview in a dude's garage.
Yeah, that's how it started. Here's another podcast interesting story. Billy Bush on his Hot Mics with Billy Bush. I never knew this. Talking about Jason Bateman and how Jason Bateman turned his life around when he stopped drinking.
Jason Bateman, he told me his career was just not happening and he was drinking too much and doing this and a little of that. And he said he got to a career bottom where he was in the running to be the Verizon spokesperson. The guy, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That guy. And it came down to him and the can you hear me now guy. They're like, we're going to go quasi small celebrity or we're going to go with this dude. And he ultimately lost that gig to the can you hear me now guy. Said, this is it. I just lost to this guy. Nobody even knows who this guy is. My career is that. He quit the booze and a very short while later nailed the audition for Arrested Development. Well, the rest is history. He flies on the Netflix jet. He directs and stars in Ozark and every movie, and his career has just been phenomenal. He credits this change in his life.
I love those stories about recovery, but also that he was going to maybe be the Verizon guy.
Can you believe that story?
Wow.
And I love Jason Bateman, but man, from Arrested Development, Ozark, and everything else, what an incredible turnaround.
He needs to cool his jets on the politics, though. No matter what side you're on, that's just a bad look when you force that down 50% of your audience.
Oh, yeah, on the podcast, yeah.
A lot of people have balked at it.
Keanu Reeves is going to host and executive produce a docu-series on the birth of the Cadillac Formula One team in the U.S. I mean, the timing's right. Perfect, right? Ever since F1, the movie, is so huge, the goal of the show is to, quote unquote, showcase what it takes to participate in one of the most exclusive sports arenas in the world. Apparently, Keanu Reeves is a huge enthusiast. I had no idea.
It's so big right now. F1 and all the young girls, our friends' daughters, watch it because of that Netflix series. They like the cute drivers.
It's unreal.
Everyone likes F1.
Some big renewals. No surprise. The Bear has been renewed for season 5. I'm not going to give away what happened at the end of season 4, but I seriously thought it was an amazing season. A lot of drama unfolded and a pretty unbelievable ending. Mobland has been renewed for season 2 from Paramount Plus. You know how big it is, Barnes?
How?
It's number 2 for them, right below Landman.
I can't wait for Landman to come back.
Yeah, Mobland, of course, Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren. Did you hear about the latest for Jennifer Aniston? She's going to star in I'm Glad My Mom Died series. This is a memoir from Jeanette McCurdy, who was an iCarly star. It kind of details the relationship she had with her abusive mother and the road to recovery that she took following her mom's death. So that's big for Jennifer Aniston, another Apple TV show. But the morning show is coming back. Yeah, September 17th. That's just around the corner.
I fell off of that show. I just lost interest.
I can't believe you didn't watch the series with John Hamm in it.
I know.
A lot of sex in there, Barnes.
Well, okay. Well, I might revisit. What season was that? 3? I can't even keep up. There's so much content out there.
I know. You need to be like Fram. All I do is like binge.
I don't know how you do. How do you fit it in?
The binger of all bingers. You know, the one sort of genre that I don't like is really horror. And I don't know if you saw that Universal Studios is bringing a new attraction to Chicago. The opening of the Universal Horror Unleashed. It's an immersive horror experience that will feature mazes, jump scares, a retail space. No, sorry.
They love it.
First launched this August in Vegas. I know. You want to go inside the world of The Exorcist and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? There you go.
It's not for me, but I mean, my kids love it. Like so many people. I mean, those movies, so low budget and they kill it in the theater.
I cannot believe what I'm hearing here, that Billy McFarland, a.k.a. Firefest, is doing this weird walk and talk, talking about selling his IP. I guess the first one fell through.
Who would buy that?
Who in the world would buy this? Change the name, dude. Here he is on this latest walk and talk.
Good morning, everybody. We had a 7-figure deal for the complete Fire brand and IP package that fell through this morning. It's day 5, doing walk and talk every day. I was staying quiet for a few days to help maximize the acquiring company's announcement and also to help maximize the announcement of what the Fire team has been building and what we're going to keep doing next, even if the brand and IP sells. But now the opportunity to own the Fire brand is back on the table. So if you want to buy the Fire brand or license it for an event, please visit fire.mx. Have a great day, everybody.
What we need to do is find out who his therapist is, because this dude is delusional.
Seriously delusional. What is happening here?
Who would buy that?
The best part of this, if you want to watch it, are the comments. People are over him. That is your celebrity sleaze.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid fire takes.
And a lot to get to, and I'm not sure you're going to like all of it. Honestly, I don't even care if you like all of it or not. I have a job to do.
Scorching debates.
On any given week, you have lots to beef about. Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
She's not my fault. We will get to all of that.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
Get up in here, and we'll beef later on. What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.